Hi, welcome to histexting.com. Next, we're going to be discussing how to import context. This is probably the most complex thing you'll do. It's not that difficult once you see how it's done. That has to pertain to the site. But it's extremely important in the cultivation of your context. Many ministries already have large contact lists with names and numbers, and so we're going to teach you how to filter the results that you already have. The majority of ministries have already saved their contacts in spreadsheets, similar to Excel spreadsheets or similar sorts. So let's say, for example, just in case you don't have a spreadsheet software like Excel spreadsheets, um, and you want to purchase some, there is software that is free. It's called Kingsoft Office, and you could actually download the suite here, or the Office suite here. It has PowerPoint, Word, as well as spreadsheets. This is almost an exact copy of Microsoft Office, and it's absolutely free. I actually use it. This is an example of the spreadsheets, which is the Excel replication. It's just like Microsoft Excel. So at any rate, your contacts may actually be listed on your phone. You can export your phone contacts using certain apps. Each app, obviously, if it's an Apple or iPhone, you may have to look into that to see which ones work and how they work. But there are phone apps that will allow you to export your phone list from your mobile phones in a CSV format. Okay, whenever you import your context, it must be in CSV file only. That stands for comma separated values. Okay, and so Excel spreadsheet does save files in the CSV format. You'll notice here, if you go save as, you can save down here in comma separated values.csv, and that's pretty common for most of your Excel spreadsheets. Okay, so now in the creation of it, if you have one that has email addresses and other things, just go ahead and delete those columns there. And let's say, for example, this was your church. You had a church address. You had the married or not column. You may have other additional information on them. Are they on Facebook? Do they need counseling? Whatever that may be. And you may have that information here listed in the rows below. You want to save your existing Excel spreadsheet, your contact list for your church. You want to save it as a different file. When you do that, let's just go ahead and save this as now on my desktop. We're going to save it, and we're going to call it his texting import. Okay, his texting import. Now this will be your mass list. Okay, now we have here, we want to delete this column, so you click the C, you right click, click delete. Okay, you want to just go ahead and click delete on this, and you want to delete the column that says email. Delete all the columns so that you're left with only two things. Okay, phone number, okay, or I'm sorry, name and phone number. Okay, you actually may have two columns. You may have a cell phone column, okay, and you may have a home number column. A lot of people, especially your younger people, no one has home phones anymore. The majority of them are cell phones. But if you did, in your first time visitors, when you collected the information from your first time visitors, if you did have a home phone number as well as a cell phone number column, and they do have two here, and you just want to verify which is which, you can visit. There is a phone validator called www.phonevalidator.com. Okay, go there and enter in the phone number to just double check if they have two numbers. This would be XEJ. I don't. Let's see. Hit enter. Okay. Um, let's see. WHW search. Okay. And it does say that it is a cell phone. So if you want to just make sure that the numbers that you have are cell phone numbers, you can use a cell versus a landline validator to make sure that you are using a cell phone number. So at any rate, the home phone numbers, obviously you want to remove those. Those do not accept text messages. Only the cell phones do. So make sure that your list here is called cell phones. Okay. Now, in addition to this, you may have some cell phone numbers, 239 745 2337. You may have another column here that's listed, and it's got parentheses, 941 88, okay, 27890, okay, and you may have 239 239. Let's go down. Similar to this, okay. You may have a 1 dash 2239 dash 555 dash 777. Okay, now you may have different formats for your cell phones. Now, if you'll notice here on the instructions on his texting page, his texting, the phone importer, okay, you have to remove, okay, the number 1 prefix, you have to remove spaces, you have to remove dashes, and you have to remove parentheses in your phone number list to correctly import them. Okay, this would be like Craig. Just put in some names here. Okay, Test, Gina, and Mike. Okay, and you want to make sure you use first and last names when possible. So if you do have a list, a master list, I would suggest combining the first and last name columns so that you know which one is which. Otherwise, you'll have duplicate names. You could still backwards figure out which one is which. So now, let's say for example, you got a long list of phone numbers just like this. Okay, and they're all over. Some of them are good, some of them are numbers only, but you have these parentheses. Now, the way you want to replace these dashes is this is how you do it. Okay, you use the find and replace, and most softwares are the same exact way. Okay, you want to use replace here. On this particular software, it's Control H. Okay, and you want to find dashes, and you want to replace them with nothing. So then you don't put anything in the replace with, and you go replace all. Boom. Okay, immediately it removed all the dashes. Notice that. Now you want to find your parentheses, and you want to replace all. Click OK. It found 5 of them. You want to remove your parentheses and replace all. Boom. Okay. And now you want to take your spaces and replace all. Yes, there's actually, with the find and replace, there is no way to do spaces. So very rarely are there that many spaces, though. But if there are a few of them, you may have to go in and manually remove the spaces, so that you're looking at 10 numbers, okay, per, okay, 10 numbers per entry. And now there's one last thing. We're dealing with some 1, 2, 3, 9s. We have some 11s. So let's go into find and replace, and replace 1, 2, 3, 9. If you see any other prefixes here, with 2, 3, 9, and you click replace all, there you go. It's made 7 replacements, and now here is your number list. Okay. Now it looks like I got too many numbers in this one. 941 882, or I have one few number in here. It's not a real number. So once you're all done, obviously these should all match up. You should be seeing the same number 10 in here, and then you are good to go. You have now just cultivated and prepared your phone number list for importation. Now remember, if your phone number list is actually listed in your contacts, let's say for example you're using email software like Outlook, usually there are settings. I can't include the instructions on that in this tutorial because there's a lot of different softwares out there. Let's say for example it's in Outlook or some other contact management software. Usually every contact management software that exists does allow for your phone numbers to be exported in CSV file or some other format. Now, if that's the case, export it as a CSV file, or save it as a CSV, or even save it as an XLS, and then reopen it here in spreadsheets or in a spreadsheet software similar to this, so that you can edit it and cultivate it and work with it here. And then once you get it in here, then use this to save it as a CSV. So, but CSV is pretty common. Format for phone number list and Excel spreadsheets for phone number list. It's nothing new. And so here we go. So now we have 2 headers here. We have a header, and then we have our phone numbers. Now let's get ready to let's go ahead and remove these numbers here, and we're going to do an importation. First, we want to file and save as. Okay, we saved it as an XLS, which allows us to edit it. Okay, now we want to change the importation one. We want to do an underscore and go CSV to separate it from the XLS. Now the XLS allows you to edit it like this spreadsheet here, but once you do it in a CSV, it's going to be in a different format. This CSV format is not editable like this XLS is. The XLS is almost like a project file that allows you to edit and then export to a CSV. So you definitely want to save, make sure you save this to your his texting import.xls, but you also want to then save as the CSV, and I would separate the title here so that you know which one is which CSV. Okay, now go ahead and click save. Okay, it's saying it doesn't accept multiple worksheets. Click OK. Okay, so what you want to do is come in here and delete this worksheet and delete this worksheet, and then let's go ahead and save again. Save as CSV. Save. Want to replace it? Yes. Yes, we want to keep it in this format. Okay, so now once we've done that, we have three names and 3 phone numbers. So let's go back to his texting. Okay, and let's choose the file. Let's go to our desktop where we saved it, or wherever you want to save it, and come down here now to his texting CSV. Okay, open. Click. It does contain headers, and yes, these people have agreed to be opted in. Okay, now if it doesn't contain headers, ours does. Ours has a header called name and cell phones. It's going to filter that if we choose this file contains headers. If not, then it's going to recognize the first row as a name and phone number as well. Click next. Okay. Now you have to choose a group, and I've actually missed a step here. So let's go back right fast. Okay, and before you import the contacts, I got ahead of myself here. You want to go into your groups. Okay, click groups here, and you want to add a group. Now, this is your opportunity now to separate your different types of people. For example, if you want to have just the members, okay, church members, all the church members, you want to type church members. Use the keyword members, and I'll explain keywords later. Actually, we'll explain that in the groups. Go ahead and choose any name. For now, you can always change that name. And an autoresponder for your group is, and I will just go ahead and explain keyword. Keyword allows, let's say for example, someone text messages the word members to your phone number, your texting number. If they do that, it automatically adds them to this group. It adds their name, their phone number to this group, and then immediately sends them an autoresponder message thanking them for joining your church member group. So your responder would be, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining our church member. Member text messaging service. Okay, we will be messaging you periodically. Please add our church name. Well, please add us. Now this is where we actually run out of characters. Okay, notice how it says here the remaining characters left is 22. So sometimes you may want to use shorthand. Joining our church members text messaging. You could say here, instead of that, say SMS service. We will be messaging you periodically. Please add us to your contacts. Okay, and so that basically cues them to take your phone number and make sure that they list that phone number in their contacts as whatever your church name is, to SMS service. So when they get a text message, immediately they'll know that it's you that's text messaging them, and they won't think that it's some strange person with a strange number. So at any rate, Now let's go ahead and uh, uh, click Save. We've just now created a church members group. Okay, now when we import the contacts, we want to import only the church members, total church members group to that group. And then you could also have in your groups, you could create church staff. You could create special events. You could create evangelism outreach. You can create whatever group that you want to create, and then add those numbers, names and numbers specifically to those groups, and then therefore organize your contacts and the importation of your contacts by groups. Okay, so let's go to import contacts one more time here. We actually click choose file, which was already done. We didn't lose a step, no big deal. And come down to the his texting import underscore CSV. Click open. Yes, it contains, yes. Click next here. Add them to the church groups. Okay, the name is there in the cell phone column, and the phone number is in the cell phone column. Click next here, and you now have 3 members added to your contacts. Now it immediately took you to the contacts page, which can be found at list contacts here. Okay, which is the same thing. You can search your contacts now by name and phone number, whichever one that you want. You can manually add a contact here once you've done the major portion of your importation, unless you have like 20, 30, 40 new visitors on the first time visitors. Maybe that may be another group that you want. And notice here also that these names are assigned to a specific group. You can assign names and numbers to multiple groups if you'd like. Okay, you can also send them individual SMSs from your back office quickly by just going to list contacts, finding them, and then clicking send SMS. So this concludes the importation of your church contact list, phone number list that you have either in your church on your cell phone or potentially in Outlook or another contact management software. If you have any more questions, please do not please feel free to click the chat with us here. Chat room, or go to our support page, and in doing so this will take you to our support forum here under histexting.com. Be sure to sign up for an account there and be sure to ask your question, and we will get an email and respond with a counter video specifically answering your questions about the importation of context. So I hope this blessed you, and I hope it was complete enough for you, and so I hope you have a blessed day. Thanks.